to the MustacheAndTheBeard.com. Two great geeks.
Change the world, one post at a time.
My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache, for obvious reasons. And we're here today to do our CAMPY video number 3. And as always, I am lucky enough to have my best buddy, my pal, my PIC partner in crime,
Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard, coming to you live from a not-so-sunny Puerto Rico because we're having rain again. We seem to be going through rain every day. You know, Mother Nature is just peeing on us left and right. But we're not going to let that get us down. I love my life. I love my partner. I love what we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah!
All right. So, we love our classic video library so much, we have to go back and do some more.
Do some more. We're really having fun with these classics.
All right. So, this video will be called CAMPY number 3, Classic Archived Motion Picture Yearbook. And these movies that we call classic, we have a specific criteria. They have to both pass the Mustache and the Beard, right? We both have to agree that it is a classic. And then tell us why, what makes a classic.
Well, first off, it has to do with time.
Yes.
It's got to be...
longevity.
Longevity. It's got to be 50 years. The cutoff for now is 1970. So it has to be earlier than 1970 in order to meet that criteria. And we're going to just keep it floating so that next year it'll be 1971 and like that. So it's not a case where the other 70s movies will never get in. No. It's just, for now, the cutoff is 1970. And then the second is that the movie has to be exceptional. Okay? Now, an exceptional, we don't necessarily mean in terms of money spent on it.
It doesn't have to be big budget.
Yeah, because we've seen movies that are big budget and are crap. Okay? So, and meanwhile, we've seen low budget movies that are incredible, fantastic, enjoyable. So it's that it has to be exceptional in some way. Exceptional writing, exceptional acting, exceptional directing. And
it could be subjective because, you know, we're going to give you reasons why we think it's exceptional.
It's exceptional. And then usually there's a paradigm shift. In some way, this set the standard for something or changed the standard for something. And that other movies TV shows came after this, right? So that's our criteria. And we have to enjoy it.
Yes.
Because it doesn't make any sense to watch a movie, put it in our archive, and we didn't like the movie.
Yeah, because it could be somebody's sacred cow, but, you know...
we didn't like it.
Yeah, if it was boring...
Yes.
All right, so, and then finally, we will do genre classification. It is our pet peeve, the way that Hollywood classifies movies.
Yes.
So here, we will fix these movies into a specific place in our library. You don't have to agree with it, because it's our library.
Right. We get to do it. We get to choose.
However, it is a good faith effort to clarify what Hollywood muddies. All right.
Based on our experience, and I may say vast experience, between Louis and I, we have spent hundreds of thousands of hours watching movies. Okay, so I like to think we know what we're talking about.
All right, so just as we've done in the previous videos, CAMPY videos, we will do things like in years order. So
well, we got
chronologically.
We have three movies this time.
Yes.
Because last time we did 5 and 5. It's only 3 this time.
All right, and so our first movie will be number 11. It's A Wonderful Life, 1946.
Yes.
All right, so It's a Wonderful Life is a 1946 American Christmas fantasy drama film produced and directed by the great Frank Capra, based on the short story The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren Stern. The film stars James Stewart as George Bailey, otherwise known as Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart, that's right.
A man who has given up his dreams to help others and whose imminent suicide on Christmas Eve brings about the intervention of an angel.
Clarence.
Yes, his guardian angel, Clarence Oddbody, played by Henry Travers. Clarence shows George how different the world would be if he hadn't been born. All right, so this is an RKO production. So that's a good thing. We have a couple of RKO movies on our thing. Is there anything else you want to say before we go into our classifications? Okay. So this is going to be classified as a holiday movie, Christmas. Mm-hmm. So, we'll have a holiday section in our library, but this is going to be strictly under Christmas. All right?
It's a Christmas movie.
Yes, no doubt.
No doubt.
Longevity, if we go into our years, it is 74 years, 2020 versus take away 1946.
Yes. So it meets that criteria.
Yes. So our first criteria, longevity. Well, first criteria, we both love this movie.
Oh, God, do I love this movie. I love this movie.
All right. And now we'll go into our reasons for including it is exceptional. Do you want to go first? Do you want to say something first?
Yeah, I think this movie has a lot of heart. It has a lot of heart. Basically, it's telling the story of a man who got to see what the world would be like if he hadn't been there, and to actually see the impact that he had on other people's lives. We never get to see that. We have no idea what things would have been like for our parents, for our siblings, for our children, if we hadn't, well, for our children, if we hadn't been there, they wouldn't exist. So it's unique in that respect that we get to see, and it makes you think, it makes you wonder. And that's a great gift when a movie makes you think and wonder. That's exceptional.
That's a great reason. This holiday movie broke the mold. They hadn't done a lot of these before. Donna Reed is fantastic in this movie.
Oh. Capra is amazing.
The directing,
amazing. Yes.
The writing manipulates you very well.
Oh my God, does it?
You love Henry Travers as the angel. Love
yes.
He makes you laugh.
And so different from other angels in other movies.
He's a little more silly. Lionel Barrymore is evil.
Yeah.
He's a jerk.
Boo. Hiss. Boo.
And Thomas Mitchell makes you cry. The uncle, It is on the 100 greatest movies list. It is on the National Film Registry and the Library of Congress. Jimmy Stewart is fantastic.
Jimmy Stewart's always fantastic.
I think every time I've seen this movie, I cry.
Yeah, me too. And there was a time when they used to show this movie every year. And I would watch it every year.
Yeah, so in that way, it is absolutely exceptional. Now we go to Paradigm Shift. It is the king of Christmas movies. Directing is exceptional, like you said. The movie was put on the radio as a teleplay with James Stewart, Donna Reed, reprising their roles. Mm-hmm. So this was, odd because you're talking about radio they did it as a movie, and then they did it as radio, which radio was on the down, on the downturn, and then it was still being used. Is there anything else you wanted to say about paradigm shift with this movie?
Well, it's also one of many Capra movies that Frank Capra made of this type, not necessarily holiday, but of this type of a
gripping.
Yes, and a guy, an ordinary guy, not anything special. He's not a cop. He's not a secret agent. He's not a superhero. He's Joe Normal, who, in his own way, because he's a good man, fights
the good fight.
The good fight. Because he's decent, he champions decency. And that was a recurring theme in a lot of Capra movies, but it's done to perfection in this one.
Ratings and recommendations. I think this is 5 Great Geeks. I don't know if you're going to do different.
No. You want a recommendation? Well, as soon as you finish watching this video, go watch that movie.
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's right. And you want to know what? When your family gets together for Christmas, watch the movie together. Yeah. There won't be a dry.
Yeah, they all cry.
Everybody dry in the house.
Yeah. So 5 Great Geeks.
Absolutely.
It's a superior movie.
Yes.
Almost perfect.
Yes.
And this movie always makes me cry.
Yeah.
So yeah. Unless you have something else to say?
Yes, remember that every time a bell rings, an angel gets his ring.
So it is with great pleasure and respect, it is our great honor to induct this movie, It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, into the Mustache and the Beard's Classic Video Library as our movie number 11. Take a bow. All right. So,
moving right along.
Yes. So now it is time for number 12, The Bishop's Wife.
The Bishop's Wife.
1947.
1947. Cary Grant.
Uh-huh.
I forgot her name.
Loretta Young.
Loretta Young. David Niven.
The Bishop's Wife is a 1947 Samuel Goldwyn Christmas romantic comedy feature film by Henry Coster, starring Cary Grant, Loretta Young, David Niven, based on The Bishop's Wife, a 1928 novel by Robert Nathan, distributed by RKO Pictures.
RKO again.
Remade in 1996 as The Preacher's Wife with Whitney Houston, Denzel Washington, and Courtney B. Vance. You have Monty Woolley as the Professor Woothridge. Love that professor.
Oh, God.
Gladys Cooper, Mrs. Agnes Hamilton. She's so mean. And then this actress, 7 decades on stage, on screen, on TV. 7 decades, Junior. Jeez. We haven't been around
7 decades.
Yeah.
And she worked 7 decades.
All right. And so, also Elsa Lancaster.
Elsa Lancaster.
Matilda the housekeeper. I love her.
Yes.
All right. So classification again in our holiday section, but this also will be in the Christmas section.
Right.
No doubt.
This is a Christmas movie.
This is a Christmas movie, and this is made the year after It's a Wonderful Life, and it's meant totally to capitalize on It's a Wonderful Life. Longevity, 73 years. So, in that respect, it also fits in with our classification of this being a classic.
Right.
I was really happy to see Elsa Lancaster in this movie.
Yes, I was. I'm happy to see her in any movie.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about how this is exceptional. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Cary Grant plays an innocent, fantastic angel.
Yes, you get to watch an angel trim a tree. Trim a Christmas tree.
Yes, go to work.
Go to work.
Every Hollywood movie, in my estimation, is about two stars falling in love, or a team becoming champions, or three partners in a business making the business successful. So we always get these things, but yet, here in this movie, this is about making other people better. You see the taxi driver that wants to be part of the story. Yeah. I mean, he goes ice skating with them.
Yes. Yeah. Best part of the movie. Ice skating, best part of the movie.
The choir, the boys, they're just two boys to start off with. And the angel says, "Let me hear you sing." And the boys start singing, and then little by little,
they start walking in.
They start walking in and joining. And it's like, goosebumps. It's just fantastic. The Mrs. Hamilton, we see why she's such a meanie.
Right. And first we're introduced to her as a meanie, and we think, oh, this is the bad guy. Right? This is the person that we're supposed to hate. But no, because as the story progresses, we understand, we get where she's coming from, and she turns sympathetic, and we feel sorry for her.
So, we see the angel and the bishop's wife, going into a diner, and then the church ladies are talking. Oh, there's the bishop's wife with another man. Oh.
And
what does he do? He invites them over to sit with, come join us. And it's just, this story is about the other characters getting involved in the story, and the angel touching them in a way that transforms them.
But the thing is that what I really like about this story is that he introduced into the premise. David Niven is the bishop, and he's in trouble. He prays, and an angel comes to help him. So this movie is about David Niven learning something, right? But no, because the angel learns something as well. The angel comes away having learned as much, if not more, than the bishop. And that's incredible. That's a surprise. And I love it.
Okay, so it's time for the paradigm shift. It's a Wonderful Life was the first Christmas movie. First Christmas movie. Then this movie comes along the following year. And so we always say one movie might make the paradigm, but the second movie is what makes a subgenre. And so this became the subgenre of Christmas as a consequence of this movie, The Bishop's Wife. And so this also was made into a teleplay, a radio and so of course Jimmy Stewart, they reprise their roles. It's like the radio people understand. This could go well as a radio.
Right.
So let's have them reprise their roles, and they did it, and they even have they sell it as instead of the movie. You could watch the movie, but you could also listen to the radio.
That was the interesting thing, because radio wasn't seen as in competition with movies. It wasn't seen. That didn't happen with television. When television was introduced, it was seen as being in competition with the movie industry, and so therefore television was the enemy. They would never have done something like that with TV. But radio wasn't seen that way. Radio was seen as a separate medium, and they had no problem taking movies and making them into radio plays.
All right. So yeah, definitely That's where the paradigm shift is. You now have a subgenre, and people say, Christmas movies kind of make money, even though this one didn't do as well in the box office. Because of its constant playing it every Christmas,
right.
Guess what?
It turned into a cult classic.
and it made money. So now let's go to ratings and recommendations. I'm going to go first because I think you're going to rate it higher than me.
Okay.
4.5 Grey Geeks, which still is pretty darn good in our scale. It's just a little bit below It's a Wonderful Life, and only because this one line, and it triggered something in me. It says, when an immortal is envious of a mortal, it's time to move on. And so I'm like, wow, this angel was tempted.
Yeah.
The bishop's wife is hot.
No, but I don't think he was necessarily sexually tempted. I think he was emotionally.
No.
I think he was falling in love with her.
And who wouldn't?
Yeah. Well, he says that she's special.
Mm-hmm.
That there are people that are born that are able to make magic.
Absolutely.
And that she was one of them.
And right, so all of these people, that are trying to, are supposedly trying to help the bishop get his cathedral built.
Right.
Somehow they built these barriers, and she's not a part of it. I don't think she feels like she's a part of it. Mm-hmm. That's why she's okay with not coming to the meeting.
Right.
So
it's not where she's coming from.
Right. So I still love this movie. I hadn't seen this movie in forever, if I'd seen it at all. I remember watching The Preacher's Wife and seeing that it was very similar. So in that respect, still love this movie. 4.5 Grey Geeks is great in our scale.
Yeah, I give it 5.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie's perfect for me.
Okay.
I can't think of one thing that I would do different, or one thing that I would change in any way. So I think the movie is perfect. I have to give it 5 Grey Geeks.
Awesome.
And my ultimate recommendation: watch this movie. You will not be disappointed.
All right. So, as always,
do it. Come on, I love this part.
It is with great pleasure and respect. It is our great honor to induct this movie, The Bishop's Wife, 1947, into the Mustache and the Beard's classic video library as our movie number 12. Take a bow.
Yay! Okay, the last one.
Yeah, number 13.
And it's a surprise.
It's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969.
Yay! James Bond. Yeah, and you're saying, huh? Yes, this is the James Bond holiday movie. It takes place during Christmas. And it's known among Bond fans as the Bond Christmas or the Bond holiday movie. And a lot of Bond fans at this time of year, and I know the ones that I'm friends with on Facebook, have all been telling me that, I'm watching On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
All right. It's a 1969 secret agent film, 6th in the James Bond series, produced by Eon Productions, based on the 1963 novel by Ian Fleming. George Lazenby, a model with 0 acting credits, plays James Bond for the first and last time.
For the only time. And he gets married. Diana Rigg plays Mrs. Bond, with Telly Savalas as the villain, Blofeld. And we actually get to see a James Bond bad guy trimming a Christmas tree. Okay?
Yeah, that's funny. Also, there are the Angels of Death.
We have angels in all three of these movies. There's an angel Clarence in It's a Wonderful Life. There's an angel Dudley in The Bishop's Wife. And Blofeld refers to the girls,
The 12 girls.
the 12 girls in his clinic as his angels of death.
And you'll have to see why.
Yes, because we're not going to do spoilers.
Oh my God, but okay. Interesting, because the other movies all make you cry. Happy tears.
Yes, happy tears.
This
Happy-
one does not.
No.
All right, this is directed by Peter Hunt.
Yes, first time director. Although he had been editor for the previous Bond movie.
Yes, I know. He was involved with all of the 5 others.
Right.
But also, we know that this takes place during Christmas because we see Blofeld giving them presents.
Giving
right?
them presents, yeah. And there's a Christmas tree and
Right. So yes, it's a Christmas movie.
and there's even a Christmas song with there's the Christmas song.
Okay.
Okay, I can
Take his word for
Yeah,
it.
do you know how Christmas cards are made?
Oh, that's the song.
That's the song. I'm trying to remember who the singer was, but there's a.
I was like, no, I don't.
Do you know how Christmas cards are made? You know, like that. I can't remember, but sorry.
Okay. I still would classify this as a secret agent movie.
Oh, definitely.
We're not going to put it in our Christmas section, although it could go in there, but we are going to put it in our secret agent section.
But understand that this is a holiday movie.
Yes.
It's also a holiday movie.
All right. Longevity is 51 years, so
It just gets in.
just barely gets in.
Gets in the wire.
Yeah, so 2020, take away 1969, gives us 51 years. So, exceptional.
Yes.
Clearly, it's exceptional in the fact that George Lazenby plays James Bond.
For the first and only time.
Exactly. So it's different from all the other Bond movies.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All of them. Okay, in that respect. That's all I have for exceptional. You can go on if you want to say exceptional.
Well, I think that all the Bond movies, especially the '60s Bond movies, are all exceptional because they were setting the standards.
Yes, they are.
You know, we look back on it now, 50 years, and we're not getting that they were pioneering. The Bond movies were pioneering action adventure, especially in the '60s, and so this is one of those movies, and of course it's exceptional in the sense that Cubby Broccoli is on record as saying, despite the fact that he was a producer for a long time, he is on record as saying in the James Bond movies, every dime spent you see on the screen. It's not for perks for the actors. It's not for parties for the producers. If that movie costs, $10 million, you see $10 million on that screen.
Not only that, Peter Hunt's only directorial debut, right? So this is, and he intentionally played it and said, I want this to be more realistic than any of the others.
He was looking at From Russia with Love, not Goldfinger.
Right.
He was looking at From Russia. He was making a tough little spy thriller.
Yeah. And very successful, I might add.
And he got fired because he lied to the producer.
Oh, that's why he got fired?
They wanted the movie to come in under 120 minutes because 120 minutes you can show the movie more showings in the theater. 2 hours more. And in order for it to be 120, he would have to have cut out some stuff. I think the movie's 126 or 127.
Yeah.
Right. So
127 minutes.
127 minutes. He would have to cut out 7 minutes. He didn't want to cut out 7 minutes. So he sent in the movie and said, it's 120, and it wasn't. and for lying, they never hired him again. That's okay. He had a great career. He went on to direct plenty of other things, and he gave us this exceptional Bond
Yes,
movie.
absolutely. All right, the paradigm shift. In the paradigm shift, what I have is James Bond had never fallen in love before.
And he falls in love in this movie.
In this one, he does. He pays the price. It's a little more cynical, even though this movie, I think of all the James Bond movies, is the one with the most heart.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's
Right.
the one with the most heart.
And not to say he ever, there are some women that he didn't treat well. But James Bond, when he slept with a woman, he had affection for the woman.
Yeah.
There was not there was disrespect for a couple of them, but
Well, actually, I think that was like the Roger Moore years. It became more love him or leave him in the Roger Moore years. But not in the Sean. And then after Roger Moore left, it went back to like the Sean Connery era, where it's a romance. I mean, we all know that James Bond is not going to stay with her after this movie is over. But for that movie, they're having a romance. I mean, him from Russia with Love. Him and
I know.
Tatiana.
You think that? Oh wow, she's gorgeous. I would stay with her.
Yeah, she's in love with him. So. But this one, he loves back, and he actually pops the question. Holy mackerel!
Yeah, it's for him to pop the question.
He popped the question.
He was thinking of retiring.
Yes, he said he was going to quit.
All right, so not to give anything more away. Angels of Death. The Angels of Death are multicultural, designed to, with the idea of, showing off certain nationalities.
Right.
And the way they dressed was very, to that nationality.
Yeah.
So in that way, it's a unique Bond movie in lots of ways. I don't want to keep talking.
And less of an emphasis on gadgets. There's no
That's
real
right.
gadgets.
There's no gadgets.
There's no
in this
real
one.
gadgets in this movie.
Right, because they intentionally were trying to be more realistic.
The most gadget thing is the copy machine that he uses, and it's a copy machine. He uses a copy machine. It's a copy machine.
Yeah.
That had just been introduced.
So yeah, very, very good. I'm gonna. Was there anything else you want to say about Paradigm Shift?
No.
Okay.
But I think it's different. It's different.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that. It is different.
I love this movie.
Me too.
My ratings and recommendations were 5 Great Geeks. I loved George Lazenby as Bond. I feel cheated somehow with only one George Lazenby movie. But, I feel like I got everything I needed from this movie. So, 5 Great Geeks, love it. You should too.
Roger Moore said one time, if George Lazenby had kept playing James Bond, I would never have gotten the chance, and everybody would have forgotten Sean Connery. That's what he said. He said, if George, because you got to understand, this is a guy with no experience, came and did this job. Can you imagine how the job he would have done in a second movie, a third movie, a fourth movie?
You're only going to get better.
You're only going to get better. Look at Sean Connery. Look at Dr. No from Russia with Love. Goldfinger is the mega hit. He got better. So this is what Roger Moore meant. If he had stayed, nobody else would have gotten a chance.
Okay, so 5 Great Geeks from me, and what about
5 great geeks from me. I give it 5 great geeks.
Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to say about that? You love this movie?
I love this movie. I recommend it. Go. It is often treated as the stepchild of the Bond movies because it's George Lazenby's only one, and everyone assumes that because it's his only one that it stinks. No, in fact, when they do a top 10 of Bond movies, it is always in the top 10, often in the top 5. So go check this movie out.
So, it is with great pleasure and respect. It is our great honor to induct this movie on Her Majesty's Secret Service 1969 into the Mustache and the Beard's Classic Video Library as our movie number 13.
Yay!
Take a bow. You deserve it.
Yes, yes. And George Lazenby, you're still around. You and I are friends on Facebook. I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to send the video to you so you see
how much you love.
How much you love.
All right. Before we close, let's do a recap of all of the movies in our classic video library. Put your glasses on so you can see. We'll do them. Alternating, all right? So number 1 is Frankenstein, 1931.
Yay! Number 2 is Tarzan the Ape Man, 1932.
Woohoo! Number 3 is The Scarlet Pimpernel, 1934.
Yay!
Must have been that tequila.
We gotta lay off that tequila. Number 4, The Adventures of Robin Hood, 1938.
All right, number 5 is Stagecoach, 1939.
Yay! Number 6, The Black Shield of Falworth, 1954.
Yeah.
Yay!
Number 7, Forbidden Planet, 1956.
Yay! Number 8, Psycho, 1960. Yay!
Number 9 is King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1962.
Yay! And number 10, Dr. No, 1962 as well. Yay!
And then, of course, the ones that are on this video, number 11, It's a Wonderful Life, 1946.
Yay! Number 12, The Bishop's Wife, 1947. Yay!
And last and certainly not least, on Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969.
Yay!
Thank you, one and all. All right, Beard, it is...
Yes, my love.
It is that time in our video where I generally ask you for a wise missive.
Okay. I have one from the philosopher Voltaire. Okay. And I think it's appropriate for what we're going through. He said, "It is dangerous to criticize the government when it's wrong."
With that having been said, cogito ergo boom.
Boom. Boom.
If this is your first time visiting the Mustache and the Beard,
welcome.
Yeah, weren't you lucky?
Weren't you lucky?
And you've enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
I invite you to subscribe. We try to make you laugh while entertaining you and informing you. If something we've said has stirred you that you have to say something, please comment. Tell us what we got right. Tell us what you think we got wrong. Give us a like. As always, we thank you for watching. My name is Louis Matos. I am the Mustache.
I am Junior Figueroa. I beat the Beard.
We say, see you later.
Hasta la vista.
Take it easy.
And peace.